We're going to find billions, hundreds of billions of dollars of fraud and abuse.
They want to run government, quote, like a business, which, let's face it, a lot of Americans say they want.
You cannot go into an agency like USAID and essentially fire everybody and get rid of that agency.
Well, as you know, this is a very dark time. Donald Trump is cutting government spending, firing people from the government who did bad things or useless things.
Jim, I'm sorry, you're fired. Get out of here.
It's a terrible, terrible thing to see our government debt cut back and its spending cut back. And oh, wait, I'm sorry, it's great. But there are people who would like to make it stop. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to watch some videos of people who have plans to stop Donald Trump from holding government to account and cutting spending because something. I have no idea. This is brought to you by Helix Sleep. Go to helixsleep.com/Klavan. You might want to do that now because you might want to take a nap while these people are talking, and then you can come back when I come back. All right, let's look at the first one.
Donald Trump has been president for 9 days, and it's gone about as well as you predicted it was going to go. For example, Trump released on day one 1,500 criminals, including those who beat police officers. He pulled out of the World Health Organization, making it harder for us to fight viruses and diseases. He signed an executive order terminating birthright citizenship, which is blatantly illegal. A number of American citizens, including veterans and children, have been detained by ICE and then subsequently released. Trump paused all federal assistance, then said that they didn't do that, then rescinded the memo ordering it, then said that they didn't rescind the memo, and now they've lost in court. Farmers across the country aren't showing up to work out of fear of being deported, making food prices go up. We almost got into a trade war with Colombia. Trump announced tariffs on steel, semiconductors, and more, which will increase prices for Americans. Trump rescinded an executive order by President Biden that lowered healthcare costs. Egg prices are at all-time highs. This comes after Donald Trump said he was going to end inflation on day one and more. So Donald Trump said that when he won, we're going to be in the golden age of America. Can MAGA tell us if we're there yet? Because if we are, man, this sucks.
You know, I'm sorry to say this because I know, I'm 150 years old. When I look at a kid that young, my first thought is like, stop talking because you know nothing. Getting out of the World Health Organization is a great thing. They totally mishandled COVID. Just things off the top of my head, the Colombia trade war was to make sure they would take back the illegals who had come into our country. When he said farmers are afraid to go to work because they're afraid of being deported, not American farmers. American farmers are not afraid at all. But really, the basic principle is if you don't know anything, don't say anything. And if you say something, don't make a video of it. This is just a pro tip, because you look like an idiot. All right, more.
There's absolutely a grift in this privatization of public education, but there's also a Christian nationalist agenda very much embedded in it. This has been something they've been gunning for a long, long time. It enables them to indoctrinate, to fuse their particular religion with our government. In ways that would make our founders roll in their graves. So that's why I'm wearing the Build This Wall button today, the wall between church and state that Madison and Jefferson and our other founders thought we should have. But they are rolling in their grave today because upstairs today we had a national prayer breakfast where our statuary hall was hijacked and turned into a church service where amazingly Donald Trump presided in weird and random ways, and we'll be burning sage for months because of that.
First of all, there's a prayer breakfast every year in Washington. I've been to 2 of them. They're very beautiful ceremonies because people who disagree with each other come together because they agree that there's a God, because they're not idiots like this guy. But public education has been a massive failure, and even worse, it was shut down to appease the corrupt teachers union. People have been terrorized for trying to get pornography out of it. And let's remember that one of the groups that deeply supported the formation of the Department of Education, which I guess is what he's trying to protect here, was the Ku Klux Klan.
Oh, hell no!
They wanted to control the flow of information from the top down. Of course they did, because they were selling stuff just as stupid as DEI. There's no difference between left-wing racialism and right-wing racialism. Every single place where there is school choice, education gets better, and it gets better for our poorest students. And those are the people we want to move up. We want those people to move up to be educated. You need school choice for that. They fight it for one reason. They are locked in the grip of the corrupt teachers' unions. They are the most corrupt unions in the country, and that's saying something. And the Democrat Party is absolutely owned by them, and that's what he's trying to protect. However, let's move on and watch another bozo.
What we're seeing right now is an auto coup where somebody wins office by election and then takes over as an autocrat illegally. That's what Trump is doing. And the question is, will he succeed? He signed a lot of executive orders that are flat out unconstitutional. That'll go through the courts. Some of them are going to get batted away. And then the question is, with auto coups, people just ignore the courts. But we don't know. It's presumptuous to say whether he will or won't. So the first fight is to go to the courts. So our first fight is to support the legal organizations that are going to beat back these executive orders. The second fight will be the 2026 midterms. And that means, I'm not exactly in love with Democrats, but that means supporting Democrats because at least they believe in the Constitution, they believe in democracy, which Trump and the GOP no longer do. And the goal in the midterms would be to take over at least the House, hopefully the Senate as well, which will deny Trump power as long as, he doesn't go full autocrat and ignore the House and the Senate.
Now, first of all, who was it who started the EO storm? I'm not in favor of this executive order storm, but who was it who said, I have a phone and a pen, and that's how I'll govern if the Congress... It was Barack Obama.
That's what I do.
He started this. Biden upped it. Now Donald Trump has upped it. Who is it who said we should ignore the Supreme Court? Who was it who bragged that the court could not stop him? It was Joe Biden. The one EO that Trump has put forward that is, questionable constitutionally is the one about birthright citizenship, which he wants to end. Birthright citizenship was not meant to be an illegal breaks over the border, has a child, and that child is a citizenship. That's not what it's meant for. The Supreme Court rulings are a little vague, and they're old, and they need to be revisited, so that's what will happen. But actually, Trump has always obeyed the law. He always has. He's always stopped doing things when he was told the courts wouldn't let him do it. These people are incredibly ignorant. They really don't know what they're talking about, but I guess maybe that doesn't matter. They're just trying to stop somebody who's taking away their power base. So listen, I don't sleep much. I never have. I never will. But I don't like to be restless when I'm lying awake, to toss and turn and wake up with a sore back. That's not the way things are supposed to work. That's why I love Helix Sleep. It is a complete game changer. For you, it'll help you sleep. But for me, it means I can lie awake comfortably. I love the fact that my Helix mattress has temperature regulation. This is a big deal for me. It really is. It eases some of those annoying middle of the night wake-ups drenched in sweat. Plus, it's easy to connect to other wearable devices so you can actually see the data to back up your sleep improvements. What makes Helix different is they don't just sell you a random mattress. They match you with the perfect one for your body and sleep style. Whether you're a side sleeper, back sleeper, or like me, a non-sleeper, they have got you covered. When you find the right match, you will wonder how you ever slept or lay awake on anything else. Right now is actually the perfect time to upgrade your sleep because Helix is offering an exclusive President's Day sale to my listeners that's better than you would get even if you visited their main site. Go to helixsleep.com/Klavan. helixsleep.com/Klavan. You will get 27% off site-wide, plus 2 free Dream pillows with a mattress purchase, plus a free bedding bundle that's 2 Dream pillows, sheet set, and mattress protector with any Luxe or Elite mattress order. That's helixsleep.com/Klavan for 27% off site-wide, plus 2 free Dream pillows with a mattress purchase, plus a free bedding bundle, 2 Dream pillows, sheet set, and mattress protector with any Luxe or Elite mattress order. helixsleep.com/Klavan. But you have to know how to spell Klavan. It's Klavan. All right, let's hear more from Oregon Congresswoman Maxine Dexter.
I received, again, over 1,000 emails and calls this week demanding action. And that's why I introduced my first bill, the Stop Musk Act, to protect federal workers who are at the forefront of Elon Musk's power grab.
Go yourself. Is that clear?
My bill prohibits retaliation of any kind against any federal employee who resists, prevents, or circumvents illegal or unconstitutional efforts led by Elon Musk or those he oversees.
This is a kind of logic I'm not sure I understand. Now, Elon Musk was not elected, and everybody knows that, but Donald Trump was. He was elected very convincingly, and he promised to appoint Elon Musk to DOGE to cut these things, and Elon Musk is now doing what he's doing. Outside of government workers who are losing their jobs, who does she think are running to the barricades to protect government spending? I'd like to see them. I don't think this is going to go as well as they think they do. All right, here's an angry-looking lady. I love them.
Do not freeze after you watch this. Go to house.gov. The only way to start an impeachment process is through the House of Representatives. You need to find your representative. You're going to go to house.gov, put in your zip code, put in your address, find them. I called, I couldn't. Their voicemail was full. So you're going to email them, and you're going to email them why you want to impeach him. Take a pick at any of the things. The abuse of power is what I'm going to be referencing. Subsection 2, 4.41. I'm literally giving my rep the examples of his abuse of power. Also, if you know someone who wants to impeach him, to send this to them.
Now that's a great idea. No one has thought of that before. It's really original to impeach Donald Trump. I don't know why no one has thought of this before. The guy is, he has orange hair. He talks in a loud voice. I think that those are right there. That's in the Constitution. You can impeach the president if he talks in a loud voice and says things you disagree with. And I think that it's never been tried. And then maybe even, they can shoot him in the ear. That'll discourage him. And he'll never really restore his courage after that. And maybe all the media could lie about him too. That'll be a new thing, and say he said things he didn't say and take things out of context. That can't fail. It cannot fail. Any more? Oh, there's more. Thank heavens.
Today, someone at the White House shared with the press that the Trump administration plans to pull out of the UN Human Rights Council again. The Human Rights Council's basic responsibilities are, for those who are involved with it, to make sure that human rights are protected across the globe, to come together for solutions when they clearly aren't, and to make suggestions to the countries so that they can improve. Him pulling out means that he is not interested in hearing what they have to say regarding the citizens here. My first reaction was to start crying. I'm not going to do that. But it doesn't bode well that our president doesn't respect basic human rights and doesn't want to work with other countries on making sure that they are upheld.
Here's the real issue. That woman is incredibly attractive. She should take the ring out of her nose.
Just throw it away, man. Pretend like you never got it. That's what I did with my STD test.
And the minute she starts talking, all I could think was, Human Rights Council, take the ring out of your nose. Take the ring. I mean, how hard is this? I despair. Sometimes I despair of the human race. Are there more of these, or is that it? Oh, thank God it's over. Sorry, I get a little sentimental. Take the ring out of your nose. For more Klavan-y goodness, like and subscribe. And for even more Klavan-y goodness, subscribe to The Andrew Klavan Show wherever you get your podcasts.